Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I've had a lovely weekend actually, or a slightly long weekend, on the south coast of England at the wonderful Royal Cinque Ports and Royal St George's Golf Club. So big thanks to a couple of friends of mine, Shennis and Andy, for sorting that out. I did have a ball, as I think we all did. And I had an amazing thing that happened to me yesterday. As I walked out of the clubhouse at Royal St George's, I met somebody who watches the channel. So Simon, it was a delight to meet you. I'm very astonished whenever I meet anyone in real life who actually watches. And thank you for being being prepared to introduce yourself to me and being prepared for sort of socializing with somebody who is notoriously useless at it. So shout out to Simon as well. Now, what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be having a look at, well, I wasn't scheduled to do this puzzle, but last night at 10 p.m, Phistomefel released this puzzle. It's called Scylla, as in Scylla and Charybdis. And it's just a normal killer Sudoku. I say normal, it won't be normal because it's by Phistomefel. And those of you who've been watching the channel for any amount of time, but especially if you've watched for the last few years, you will know Phistomefel is sort of the doyen of Sudoku constructors, constructing a little less regularly nowadays. So whenever there is whenever there is a new Phistomefel puzzle, sort of we have to jump to it. And I found it on Logic Masters Germany. It's got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty. This is Hardcore says, I missed you, King. Snooker fan, great puzzle. The break-in was really satisfying, thank you. Playmaker 6174, another fantastic solver. Not sure if I found the cleanest way for the opening, but the flow after that was indeed pretty smooth and satisfying to follow. Thank you for the fun time as always. And magnificent, so people are loving it. But it's brand new as well, so I'm sure there'll be more comments in due course, and I hope I will be able to do it justice and solve it for you today. This is indeed what I'm going to be trying to do. And I'll read you the rules, which will not take long, in a moment or two's time. But before I do that, I've actually got some terrible news to share with you. I may even have to pause the video during telling you this, but a member of the Sudoku community, Heliopolix, whose puzzles we've featured on the channel, member of the Sudoku Skunk Works, lost a child in the last few days. Absolutely awful. Samuel was only 11 years old and was only diagnosed with leukemia a matter of days ago. This is absolutely heartbreaking. We are a community, and I'd like to encourage anyone who can, anyone who has the ability to just pop over. There is a GoFundMe page to help with medical expenses that have been incurred, to help with stuff like flying the body back home, and funeral expenses. And if you can help, then I think that would be a nice thing to do. And as Mark mentioned in his video last night, I mean, from the two of us, Heliopolix, I have no ability, no words to express our sadness, and I wish you and your family, obviously, all the very best, and from us both. Yeah. I don't really know how to continue the video. It doesn't almost feel right, but it would feel so wrong too, not to tell you all about this. one of the things that we've done over the years is to try to have a community of people to share these puzzles and share the joy that we've had over. And therefore, sometimes if the news is bad, it's right, I think, that we share that too. I mean, how can I do birthdays? Maybe I do birthdays at the end of the video. I don't. I'll do birthdays later. I think I'll do everything else later. I'll turn my attention to solving. I'll have a look at a puzzle and see how we get on, and do battle with one of the greats, and that will allow me to calm myself a little. So let's have a look at the rules for Scylla by Phistomefel. They are as follows. We have got, well, it just says normal killer Sudoku rules apply, so that means we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And killer Sudoku, so let me just have a, so look at this cage here. Those 4 digits have to sum up to 18, but we can't repeat a digit in a cage. That's a standard rule of killer Sudoku, so all those 4 digits have to be different. So let's try and do that. I tried to type 4, managed to type 5. So that's 5. These have to add up to 13 without repeating a digit. So I think that might be a way of filling that cage. And they are all of the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, what can we see in this grid? It's a long time actually since I've got to do a killer Sudoku on the channel. Just a normal killer Sudoku. We have got... I mean, there are 2 cages, I think, where we've got a tiny restriction. That 14 cage has only got 2 options, which is 5-9. And 6-8. That 6 cage looks like it's either 1-5 or 2-4. And I am seeing actually 0 other cages that I really know much about at all. A 27 cage in 4 cells has to have a 9 in it. And you'll know that if you think about the total for 4 numbers that aren't 9 and make them as big as you can. 8, 7, 6 and 5 only add up to 26. So there's definitely a 9 in there. I don't know if I want to make that pencil mark. So 9 in box 3 is in one of 4 places. There's a whole load of low digits. Yeah, that might be interesting. There's a whole load of There's a whole row of low digits in row 1. What we've got here is a 9 cage and an 8 cage. Now, if we sum 9 and 8, we get 17. And if we think about, is it possible to constitute these orange cells then without using all of the digits 1, 2 and 3? And the answer is no, because if we only use 2 of them, let's say we used 1 and 2 and then kept the other digits as low as we could, they would be 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, wouldn't they? And they add up to 18. So all 3 low digits have to be present in these orange cells, and only one of them is going to go in the 8 cage. Because the 8 cage is either going to be 1, 7, 2, 6 or 3, 5. Oh, that's just a not. I mean, I might just be proving absolutely nothing here. Because a 9 cage is either going to be 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5 or 2, 3, 4 in 3 cells. So it's always going to have exactly 2 of the low digits 1, 2 and 3 in it. So obviously the 8 cage is going to have the other one. There has no, that might not be true. No, that is true. There is a 9, isn't there, in all 5 of those? If there was no 9 in those 5 cells, how big could we make them? Well, it's a bit of an extension of that, isn't it? There would be 8, 7, 6, 5, and then add 4 on. So that's 30, but these add up to 32. So there's definitely a 9, and indeed, I think, an 8 as well. because otherwise we would be at 9, 7, sorry, what would we? We would be at 7, 6, 5, 18, 4, 22, and 9 is 31. So there's 9 and 8. Yeah, that's mildly interesting. 9 and 8 live in these 5 cells, and we can't put them both in there because that would be 1, 8, 9. So this would then not have an option. So there's an 8 or a 9 in here, and then the other is in the other cage. Yeah, so it's almost like you've got low digits in orange and high digits in green. I'm not really sure if that feels like it might be doing something, doesn't it? Because we can't put any high digits in orange. The highest digit you could put in orange is 6. You could, oh no, that's not true, because you could have 1, 7 here. No, you could. What I just said is absolutely not true. You could have 1, 7, 2, 3, 4. But 8 and 9 definitely have to live in those cells, don't they? So if this was 8 or 9, that would be 8 or 9 by Sudoku, because you can't put 8 or 9 in an 8 cage. Oh dear, okay. Actually, I don't know where to look here. It's a very symmetrical arrangement, is it? Not necessarily at the top, but the bottom cages are arranged very attractively. Why is it called Scylla? Is this meant to be a picture of something? Is that? Scylla and Charybdis were 2 rocks in the Greek myths, weren't they, that sort of clashed together in the sea, I think. So it was very hard to steer your ship through the clashing rocks. There's a 9 in there. Sorry, I haven't got this yet, have I? I'm not. Oh, hang on. There can't be any low digits in there. Ah, there's something. Right, look at this cage. There's a 1 or a 2 in a 6 cage. Now that can't go in a 27 cage, because imagine we put a 1 or a 2 in this 27 cage. The other 3 digits would have to add up to at least 25 if we put 2 in there, and we can't make 3 different Sudoku numbers add up to 25 because 9, 8 and 7 only add up to 24. So the low digit in here goes in one of those 3 cells, and then it can't go here, can it, in the corner of the puzzle? Because we know that orange contains 1s, 2s and 3s. So the low digit here is in one of those 2 cells. Now can it be here, really? Because we know it can't be a 1 in this position, because that would make this a 18 cage 189, which would break the 14 cage. So can you put 2 in this 18 cage? If that was 2, this would be a 7-9 pair to add up to 16. This would be 3-5. What would that be? I don't know. I'm not sure. I've not given any thought to this yet. But hang on. 2, 7, 9. This would be 6, 8. This now would have to contain a 3, because this couldn't be 1, 2, 6. So it would be either 2, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 5. So this, oh, hang on. So this 8 cage now doesn't have 7 in it, and it doesn't have 3 in it. So this would be 2, 6, which doesn't work. Oh, this is weird. Right, and very complicated. I'm not even sure it's true, but let me just... I think I've proved this can't be the low digit in the 6 cage. If it is, let's just think this through again. This would be 2, 7, 9, which means this is 6, 8. Now this can't be 126, so it has to be 234 or 135, which means it's got 3 in it. And what are we putting into that 8 cage? If there's a 3 in there, there's no option. This can't be 35, 26 or 17, and that won't work. So this cell is not the blue one. This is a 1 or a 2. And that, okay, and that digit we know has to go in orange, so I'm going to now say it's over there, which means it's in one of those 3 cells. Is this doing anything, or I've got a horrible feeling this is doing nothing at all. Let's get rid of that 7-9 pair, because that's not true. I could go as far as saying. Yeah, what we've proved as a general point, this is not 279, because that breaks. So, oh goodness, I don't know what that means. I think this is going to be important. I've just got to have the insight that allows me to work through this. So how does that insight work? So this digit is in here. It is 1 or 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing this. And the other digit here, which is 4, no, the 4 or 5 that's in the 6 cage could go in the 27 cage, I think. There's no reason you can't put 4 or 5 in a 27 cage. So, I don't know. 3... Okay, maybe I've got to approach this differently then. So perhaps the way we've got to consider it is whether or not... Yeah, okay, there's an interesting thought. Well, that cage, let's just have a quick look at this, because I've not thought about this yet. I mean, it does seem possible that this purple cage is the same as this cage here. But one thing I've noticed is that if it's not, yeah, that is interesting. So if this purple cage is not this cage, where do you put these 2 digits in this box? And the answer is, well, one of them's there, is the answer. Because what you can't do is put these 2 digits in the 18 cage. Because if you did, the other digit would have to add up to 10 to make the box add up, or make this cage add up to 18. So if this purple cage is not the same as this cage, then you can only put one of the purple digits in here, so the other one would go there. Now, and that, okay, and that would have to be... Oh, I can nearly disprove this, actually. I can nearly disprove this, because, okay, what I've noticed is that we said that the orange cells in row 1 contain 1, 2, and 3. Now, so if purple is not a match for this orange, this digit, which is a digit that's in this 8 cage, has to be a middly digit, doesn't it? It's got to be 5, 6, or 7. Because it can't be the 1, 2, or a 3 that is definitely in this cage. So now there would be a low digit in the 18 cage, and it can't be a 1 or a 2, because we've already disproved that. So here's the question, can you put 3 in this 18 cage? And if you do, because that's the only thing this could be, 3, 5, so this would be 5, there would be a 3 in here, and 2 more digits that add up to 15, which would either be 7, 8, or 6. It couldn't be 6-9 actually. 369 won't work there, because if this is 369, there's no way to fill that 14 cage. So this would be 378, and that's almost broken. They're right. This doesn't work. This is this is really clever. Not of me, but this is classic Phistomefel, just brain-breaking stuff. Right, this cage is the same as this cage, is now what I'm going to claim. Now the reason for that is this. I'm going to complete the logic. We know that if this cage is not this cage, this digit is a middly digit from this cage, and we've got to put the low digit in here. We've already proved there's no 1 and there's no 2 in this 18 cage, so this has to be 5 and this has to be 3. But now we just said this has to be 378, or there's no fill for the 14 cage, and the question we ask now is what goes in the 8 cage? And the answer is not 3-5 and not 1-7. So this has to be 2-6. And now there is no fill at all for that 9 cage. We can't put 2-3-4 in it, we can't put 1-2-6, and we can't put 1-3-5. So it won't work. So that's rather pretty, because now what we've just proved, got to delete a whole load of thingies, which we shall do. The thingy we have proved now is that that cage is the same as that cage. But now, okay, so there must be a low digit in the 8 cage, and by Sudoku that now must be there, mustn't it? And the high digit, so if this is either 1-7, 2-6 or 3-5, well it's never 1-7 now. Because if it was, you'd have to put 7 in the 14 cage, so that won't work. So it's either 2-6 or 3-5, and that digit is the 2 or the 3, and this digit is the 5 or the 6. And therefore, oh, okay. Wait a second. So I'm now wondering if it's that 15 cage. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not sure actually. I mean, these, we can see that those digits there. Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. This digit has to be a middly. Oh, better. Right, this digit in the corner is a middly digit, and it's a 5 or a 6. I'm now going to claim. I might be wrong about this, but the way I'm seeing that is I'm looking down column 1, and I've got this cell, these cells, and this corner digit, and I know all of these cells. There's 6 of them there. The minimum sum of those 6 digits is 21, isn't it? Because that's the triangular number for 6. If we populated those cells with the smallest number we possibly could, they would add up to 21. But if that's the case, am I wrong about this actually? Yeah, I think. So imagine this was not a. If this was a 1, 2, or a 3, that cannot work, can it? But no, it can't, because then these digits would add up to 20 at most if this was 1, 2, or 3. So this is at least a 4, because the triangular number for 6 is 21. Now, if this is a 4, that's impossible, because the only way of making the 9 cage work is 2, 3, 4, and that's ruled out by this. So this is 5 or 6, and these squares are both low digits. They are the low digits that are not that low digit. So Okay, so that's no longer blue. This is 5 or 6. And now 4 and 7 have to be in those cells of box 1. This is balmy. 4 and 7 now can't go in the 18 cage together, because what would we put them with? And the answer is another 7, because we'd have 11, wouldn't we? We'd need another 7. We can't do that. So that digit's a 4 or a 7 in the corner of the puzzle. And now 8 and 9 in row 1 are definitely in these cells. And there's 1 of 8 and 9 here, so there's 1 of 8 and 9 there. And okay, so the maximum sum of those is 9. So we go, oh, that's 24 for those 6 digits. So that's under less pressure. That can't be. Oh, maybe that could be a 4. No, maybe that could be a 4, because then those could all add up to 28, couldn't they? 15 plus 13 is 28, and that is the triangular number for 7. So if that was an 8-9 pair, that would work. Bobbins. Bobbins is what we say as a result of that. Okay. So what do we do with this new information? And apologies if you can all see this straight away. I'm not quite sure where to look, actually. It's it's not something to do with well, okay. Yeah. Where's so 1? Hang on, is it just where 1 is in row 3? 1 can't go in the 18 cage. 1 is in the 9 cage, because this is not a 1, so the other 2 low digits are in the 9 cage. Oh, that doesn't. No, that doesn't, does it? It doesn't mean that there is a. It certainly doesn't mean that's a 1. If the 18 cage has a low digit in it, it would have to be a 3. This would have to be 3, 7, 8. Yeah, and that doesn't work. Yeah, there's a way of seeing this that's more elegant than the path I've taken through this is taking me on. But I think it's to do with low digits. So we were looking at this before. Could you put 3 in here? It would have to be 3, 7, 8. But then this has to be 2, 6. It gets mirrored here, 2, 6. This is a 2, and now this is 6, 8. And that can't work, because we've just said we've put a 3 in here. So that's 3, 7, 8. So we've got too many 8s in the row and not enough 9s. So the other low digit that's not this one, which is whatever this one is, let's give this its own colour. Let's make it. So these are 2. There's a low digit here, and then there's another low digit in one of those cells, but I can't remember what I. Oh, blue was this digit, which is that digit. Yeah, so there's a black digit there as well, which means there's a black digit here. Now, what does all that mean? So it means 1, 2, and 3 are in there. I don't know. No, I don't think this has done it, has it? And the 18 cage. Oh. Well, if that's got 4 in it, then the other 2 digits are sort of the corollary of this one. But if it doesn't have 4 in it, it has to be 5, 6, 7, and that doesn't break that self. Oh, hang on, it can't be 5, 6, 7, because I thought it had to have an 8 or a 9 in it. Yeah, it can't be... yeah, it can't be 5, 6, 7, because that breaks this one. So hang on. Hang on. What is this cage then? Does it have to have 4 in it, is what I'm now thinking. It hasn't got 1, 2 or 3. If it doesn't have 4, it's 5, 6, 7 and breaks, and that's impossible. So it does have 4, and once it's got 4 in it, that's 7 in the corner. That feels like it as a song, doesn't it? So, okay, so one of those is a 7 now. Now, what's this 27 cage now? And the answer is, I know exactly its contents, because those 5 digits add up to 34, and there's only one way in Sudoku to do that, and that's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these cells have got to be 4, 6, 8, 9. And that's definitely not the 4 then. Oh, but hang on a moment. Have I messed this up? Well, that's really... Okay, this is really... Okay, so we know that this... Oh, this works. It's beautiful. I now know how row 3 works. God... It's just making me feel so thick. I cannot tell you. He always does this, Phistomefel. He just makes me feel daft. Because obviously there's a 9 in this cage. We said that earlier. So the other 3 digits add up to 18, don't they? But so the composition of that 18 in there must be different to the composition of this 18 here. They can't be the same, and yet they've both got the digit 4 in them. So, this is 4, 6, 8. That's got to be 4, 5, 9. And therefore this has got to be 6, 8. And now that is 5 in the corner. This is a 1, 3 pair to make it add up to 9. This is a 2. This now, the purple's become 2, 6. Okay, this is not a 4, or this is a 5. Actually, it can't be 9 either, can it? So, oh look, we're off to the races at last. Now we need these cells to be 1, 3, and 7 for the world to make sense. These cells have got to be 4, 8, and 9, and now that digit is a 5, which makes sense by Sudoku. These digits are 4, 7, 9. These oh, that can't... Right, so this is a 1. This is a 1, so we now know the nature of the original 6 cage. That's got to be 1, 5. Oh, this is lovely. Right, I've got a 1, 5 here and a 1, 5 here. Well, I can never put 5 in a 2-cell domino that sums to 10, because the other digit will be 5, so that's got to be 5. There's now the 1 by Sudoku is in there, where it's going to be partnering up a 9 to add up to 10. None of those is now a 9. This is a 9. Oh, this is a 2, 3 pair by Sudoku. These squares are a 3, 8 pair by Sudoku. I think, okay, I think we can dispense with a little bit of the colouring now. Perhaps, yeah. Let's slightly clean up our colouring. Do we need... No, we don't need orange anymore. I think orange did its duty. We probably don't need purple anymore. We probably don't need green anymore. I mean, this feels a bit... No, that feels a bit sad. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Alright, what are those digits? 2, 3, 7, I'm going to claim. Oh, that's huge if that's true. That's huge. Because if that's 2, 3, 7, I can just fill all these in. Okay, so that's 6, that's 2, that's 8, that's 3. Where's 9 in this column? It's got to go there. So that's 9. That's 4. This digit should be a gettable digit, shouldn't it? That's 4. These squares have got to be 6, 7, 8. And oh yeah, this might have been available for a while, but I've only just seen it. Look at all of these digits now in column 1. They sum to 22. There's only one way to make 6 digits sum to 22. They've got to be 1, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So these have got to be 1, 3, 4, 7. This digit is now a 9. These digits are 8 and 6 maybe? Is that possible? Oh yeah, so maybe I could have done that differently. I think there was. Oh, I've spotted something else. But this puzzle is very clever in a way that I feel is slightly eluding me. But look at this 11 cage now. It's not 8, 3 or 5, 6, and it can't be 4, 7. So that's got to be 2, 9. I think that's the only. Oh, that doesn't actually resolve anything. Oh, but now 2 and 9 have to be down there, right? You can't put 2 and 9 in a 10 cage because they don't add up to 10. Knowledge bomb. So that's 2 or 9. And that's going to be important for the following reason. Yeah, I'm not sure what that reason is, but no, I've got no idea actually. I think this 10 cage has to have an even digit in it, because that digit, which is 6 or 8, has only got is going to go in the 10 cage, isn't it? So this is either 4, 6 or 2, 8. Oh no, okay, which resolves everything. Sorry, yeah. So the thing I had to focus on was this cell. The fact that's in this 10 cage means this. Remembering we've got a 2 or a 9 in this cage, we can't put 9 in it anymore. Because if this was 9, 1, well, there wouldn't be space for this digit in box 7. So this is 2, 8. This is 9. Somehow that doesn't do any Sudoku. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything by way of Sudoku. Those 3 digits sum up to 9. So they can't be bigger than 6. Because they're either 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5 or 2, 3, 4, which feels interesting. 6. Okay, I don't know what to do with that, unfortunately. What about... I've got nothing, have I? Oh, well, okay, I've got one thing. Actually, this isn't 1, 2, 6. Those 3 digits, they can't be 1, 2 and 6 because that one couldn't be 6 or 2, so that would have to be 1, and then this would be a 2, 6 pair, and that would break that cell, look, in column 4. So these squares are made up of the digits. They have to be from digits no higher than 5. I mean, that's such a dreadful pencil mark. That one is 1, 2, 3 or 4 because it can't be 5. Now these two, well, that one is 1, 3, 4 or 5 because it can't be 2, but that one I think could be a lot of different things. Yeah, I think that's got. I think this digit, and therefore I'm going to refuse to pencil mark it. I think this digit can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. There might be some sort of restriction going on, but I don't see what it is. I mean, if there was 5 in this cage, this digit would be a 1 or a 3. And if 5 wasn't in the cage, it would be 2, 3, 4. So this would be a 3 or a 4. Oh, look, I've got a 9 looking... Sorry, I've got a 9 looking at this 11 cage. So this is a... Oh, look at that. It doesn't do anything. That's extraordinary. Ah, where's 9 in box 5 though? You can't put that in an 11 cage. That won't work. So 6, 7. Oh, I see. Oh, that's really rather. This is such a beautiful setting. Look at row 6. Okay, where are the remaining high digits going in row 6? Because we've put in 9, but we've got 6, 7, and 8 to place. Now we just said that digit can't be 6, 7, or 8, so they're not. So it's not going in this cell. Could this cell be 6, 7, or 8? No, because the minimum sum of those 3 cells is already 18 if they were 5, 6, and 7. So this cell is not 6, 7, or 8, which means 6, 7, and 8 are in this cell, and that cell. Now that therefore is a 7, and these are not. And now this 11 cage is getting very restricted. If that's an 8, this is a 1, 2 pair. Now I'm fully expecting that to break. Let me just think that through. 8, 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's possible. If it's... Oh, hang on, there's a 1 in the cage. That's the point, is it? Yeah. If this is 6, these 2 digits here have to add up to 5. But because if this is 6, this becomes a 2, this is going to have to be a 1, 4 pair. So it's going to be 6, 4, 1. Now, is that fine or not? I don't know. I think that's probably fine. But, okay, no, we'll do it differently. Where's 4 in this box? That's been available forever. So that's fixing this. That's 4, that's 7. Oh, this is now 1, 3, 4. I should have done this, shouldn't I? I should have best focused on Sudoku. These cells are a 5, 6, 7 triple now to complete box 7. That means this digit is 8, this digit is 6, this digit is 1 or 3. Now, what did we say we were going to get? If this was 6, this was going to be 4, this was going to be a 1. So there would be a 1, 2, 3 triple in row 4. This is a 6, 8 pair. So 1, 3. So these digits are now 1, 3, 4, 5. That's not 5 because you can't repeat it in the cage. Now, what does that mean? So if that's a 2 now, that has to be a 3, 4 pair, and that would be a 1. And that's impossible. Oh yeah, because one thing we have worked out is that there is a 1 in the 11 cage. Because if this was 6, we said that had to be 1, 4, and if this is 8, that's 1, 2. So we can, that's what I should have noticed. So this digit, yeah, this 18 cage here I think is getting a bit restricted. Because the minimum sum of those is 9, isn't it? So the minimum sum of these is 9. Sorry, the maximum sum of these is 9. That's a 5. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then, oh, it's so close to doing something. This can't be a 2 now, because this would be a 3, 4 pair to make those 3 digits add up to 9. And that would break that cell. So this is not a 2. So there is definitely a 1 in here. Oh, it's got to be 1, 3, 5. That's the only way. That's the only way remaining to make these 3 add up to 9. They can't be 1, 2, 6 because of that cell earlier. They now can't be 2, 3, 4 because of this cell. So they are 1, 3, 5. The 5 of which is in row 6, which does this digit, this digit. Now this square has to be not a 1. We can place the 4. Oh, this is, I mean, it's genius setting. is what it is. That's now 4. So these add up to 9, which means these add up to 9. So this has to be odd. I've now got a 1-3 pair here. Good grief. I mean, it's just... So what did someone say in the comments? They said it was smooth, and it is. It's like it's buttery smooth once you get over the stuff that was going on in the top 3 rows. It's been very, very lovely. Not that the top 3 rows weren't lovely. They were just more difficult than what we've had since. Now this is 1, 3, or 5 by Sudoku. And that's going to be very important for the following reason. Now. Oh, look, this can't be 6 anymore, because there's no fill for the 5 that we need to make there. So this is 8 after all that, which means this is a 1, 2 pair. This is not 1, that gives us the 6 here, the 2 here. This is not an 8. 2. There's a 1, 2, 3 triple in row 4, so that's got to be 5. That's 3. That's 5. That's 1. That's 3. I think I could have done that before. I just didn't see it. That's 1. Where's 2 in row 7? Because it can't go there, so it's got to go here. This square is a 6. This square is a naked single, because it has to be 6, 7, or 8 by Sudoku, and it sees 6 and 8. So that's 7. That's 6. This is 8. This is a 4, 6 pair. Oh, we should be able to do some maths on that. That's got to be a 6 by maths to make 18. And now, what can we do with this? What do we need in this column? Oh, we've got a 7, 3 pair that's resolved. This 3 means this is... Oh, that's huge. That's going to do things as well. 3, 2, 1. Ted Rogers' dusty bin. Now, so in column 5, we've not put 4, 5, and 9 in. And we've definitely got a 5 in. I've never looked at this cage down here. We've got a 23 cage that's definitely got a 5 in it now. Well, 3 digits then add up to 18. I think there are a lot of ways of doing that. Right, so... Actually, this is a bit strange now, isn't it? So how are we going to resolve this? That may be Sudoku. That can't be 4. This is a... Yeah, here we go. I've still got Sudoku I can do. Although that's quickly run out of legs. 1... Yeah, that's tricky. Okay. Hang on. Let me just think this through. It's not the secret, is it? What have I got there? 23 and 11, 34. Those add up to 11. Can we rule anything? I don't think we can rule anything out. Although... I see. Good grief. This is really interesting. I'm going to have to share with you a secret. It's something I share with only my very favourite people. But if you're watching this video, of course you're one of my favourite people. The secret of Sudoku is that this box here sums to 45 because it contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. Now, if those digits sum to 23 and these sum to 11, then I've got 34 in this sort of I heptomino. So these, to make the box add up, have to add up to 11. Now, what can they be? They can't be 4, 7, and they can't be 3, 8, and they can't be 5, 6. So they are 2, 9, and that's going to do it, isn't it? 1, 9. Yeah. Oh no, no 3 in the corner. 1, 3, 3, 7, 7, 5. That's 5 now by Sudoku. This is a 4, of course. We could probably have done that before. That's 9. That's 8. That's 4. This is 2. This is 8, this is 4, this is 6. Let's just check the maths is going to work here. We've got 8 in here as well, 12, 17, and 6. 6 and 8, that's lovely, that works. So 8, 6, Now, is this going to just finish now, please? Is it going to? Hopefully. Oh, yes, I've got 2 there, look. So 2 and 9. So 9 goes here. Now this digit is a 6. It can't be 7 or 8. 6, 8. 8, 7. 3 and 7. Yeah, that looks like it's working. So I think that's how to solve the puzzle, and indeed it is. So a brand new Phistomefel has been solved by me, and as usual, the great man has made me feel totally inadequate. I think the trick at the beginning is to keep thinking about where all of the low digits go. Especially, I think I could have done better in row 3 if I'd focused on that earlier. But it's quite lovely, the games that are being played, and really very, very lovely stuff from the great setter now. Phistomefel, please, more puzzles, please. That would be very kind of you. Now, I'm conscious of the fact I do want to mention a couple of other things in the video today. I will mention the fact that we've got our competition running over on Patreon. Back to the Future. Let's have a quick look at where we are on the league table. It runs till the 20th, so there's loads of time left. Reload, and we've got 169 over 500 correct solvers. This is Blobz. It's fabulous stuff. It will give you a lot of hours of pleasure, and I definitely commend it to you. And the prize, such as it is the chance to make a Sudoku video with me, where we'll solve a puzzle together. Now, also birthdays. Let's do some birthdays. Casper, you've turned the big 3-0 today, and I know this because your dear friend Rowena wrote to us, and also on behalf of your fiance Martin. I think you're the first of the trio to be the big 3-0. And I understand that the 3 of you are going camping in North Wales to celebrate. Or rather you than me. I would not be a good camper at all. The 3 of you have known each other since high school, I think. So, Casper, many happy returns. I'm not sure if you'll get cake on your camping jaunt, but I hope that you do, and I hope it's well iced. Next, Erin. Erin, you've turned 40 today. And I know this because your husband Anthony wrote to us and told us you watch before bed. I think a lot of people do that. Yeah, my soporific tones have some sort of effect. Anyway, Erin, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope that you've already had your cake if you're listening to this just before you go to sleep. Next, Judy. Judy, it's your birthday today. And I know this because your son Evan wrote to us. I think Evan is in San Francisco. And you're in the Catskills, close to where Dirty Dancing was filmed or set. The Catskills, pigeon toes, a train's revealed, a train's obscured, a quote around a broken cup. I like to see it lap the miles and lick the valleys up. Google Earth-like soars his mind through clouds where snowstorms brew. New York State has dropped away and Massachusetts flew. And Newfoundland is ice-entombed and Rockall gull beshatten, where no eye sees the lightning flash its momentary pattern. Sorry, Catskills always makes me remember those lines from David Mitchell. Anyway, I've got distracted, haven't I? It's a distracting video today. Oh yeah, so Judy, it's your birthday. You apparently prefer a Kropke ratio of 2:1 when it comes to cake to icing, so 2 units of cake to 1 unit of icing. That of course is wrong, but never mind. I hope you get your wish on your birthday, and thank you, Evan, for the offer to play some golf where you work over there in California. I'd love one day to take you up on that. I've been watching the Walker Cup this weekend from the extraordinary looking Cypress Point, which it's my absolute dream to play. But I doubt that will happen anytime soon, but maybe one day I'll be over in that part of the world and we can meet up. Now, Michael, I'm late with your birthday. I'm sorry about that. Your birthday yesterday, you turned 35. I know this because your partner Ali wrote to us, wanting me to let you know that you're a great human father to Osso and MB, which I think are your cats. And also to let you know that you are rocking the headband. I am not sure what that means, but it sounds better than the opposite, doesn't it? So Michael, many happy returns. And then finally, I think this is a birthday today, Jojo, you've turned 20 today. And I know this because your partner Milo and brother Kai wanted to say happy birthday to you. I think you've been watching for a while, so thank you for doing that. Many happy returns. I hope the cake is well iced and good and chocolatey. And that is, well, they are all of the birthdays. So, thank you very much for watching. It's a difficult video. And as I said earlier, our hearts go out to Heliopolix. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. Enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.